Either way.
Cheers. Welcome into this edition of Road Trippin with RJ and Channing. I'm your host, Allie Clifton. Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye. We are at the Wynn. This is our third summer league, and it is a different situation. But we're happy to be here. We're so excited, and we're excited to have the one and only Chet Holmgren.
Cue the applause. Appreciate it.
Cue the applause. Chet, have you recovered? 82 plus 15. Not 82 plus 10, 82 plus 15.
Yeah, I've recovered. I took a week off from everything. Then I started lifting. And then after another week, I was back working out. So, like, I'm good. Like, I made it through the season.
You got to keep the mic up, young fella.
My bad. I made it through the season with, like, no lingering issues to take into the offseason. So, like, I'm good now.
Wait, you took a week off?
2 weeks. You would say 2 weeks.
2 weeks because, like, just lifting is kind of like.
Just keeping the body moving.
Yeah.
But just 2 weeks.
He's 22.
We did just talk about it.
22.
How old are you, Richard?
Okay. So before we got on camera, we were talking about like the USA Select and all the Olympic stuff because we're here. And I was talking about being in the Olympics in 2004, and you were born in what?
2002.
That is fucking.
That's wild.
That is nuts. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Why were you not on the USA Select team? Or did you choose to not, or what was your story? Because I just look, there was a certain person that came out of the US Select, and they was just like, "Oh, he's him," and I was like, "Where's my guy Chet?"
I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna just say, I love all my people over there at USA Basketball, Sean Ford, Grant Hill, etc. Everybody who I've ever worked with over there. I've been going through USA since I was, 16, going to Colorado Springs.
Subtle flex.
And last summer I did USA Select and everything, and I just wasn't, in the books for this summer, and that's what it was. But any chance I have an opportunity to rep, USA in the red, white, and blue, and go out there and hoop at the same time, it's always a blessing. It's never taken for granted. So. It just wasn't in the cards for this summer.
Yeah, there's some people that are upset that they're not on the USA. What are we not?
I don't know if there's anybody who's upset. Nobody's nobody's stomping their feet like I didn't make USA Select. No. There's people who are mad about not making the team.
Yeah, that's what. No, not Select. I'm saying the USA. That's what I'm talking
about.
The team, not Select. Not Select.
Nobody's pissed like.
No, not Select. No, it's not Select.
You can get selected and unselected pretty quick.
No, I'm talking about there are some people that look, USA Basketball, it is truly an honor to play for them.
100%. And that's why, like, nobody's mad that they're not on Select, but I gotta make it clear that it is an honor to be invited to be part of the whole program as a whole, just because of the history and obviously all the players who are currently in it have been in it. So, like, I don't want to make it sound like it's not an honor, because it is. But at the same time, like, USA Select is not like a glorious.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say this. Chet Holmgren in 2028 LA, right? Is that where's USA Basketball? Is basketball in America next year, right? Or next Olympics?
I mean, there's no better stage than that. So
there we go. There we go.
For sure.
The other one that we were talking about, Jaylen Brown. He did mention that when it's time, he will tell his side of the story and he will make his feelings known. So
Jaylen
no
Brown,
disrespect to him and everything that's
you guys
being
gonna
said.
try and get him on here for
Jaylen? I would love to have Jaylen. I would love to have Jaylen. Look, and I get it. Let's take all the extra stuff, whether it's with the things that people have been talking about. You win the Finals MVP. You're one of the best players in the world, and you have 3 of your teammates on the USA Basketball team, and you're not. Like, I'm sorry, you're supposed to have feelings about that.
It's also like, if it didn't mean so much, nobody would care. So the fact that USA team means so much, and it's probably not the right timing to not have the Finals MVP, and he was the best player for the Boston Celtics who ran through the Eastern Conference. So I'm just saying, like, you probably should have put him on there with the understanding of, like, hey, this is probably Braun's last time. This is KD's last time. You just got to, you're going to get another chance, but we just need you to kind of play those
A lot of
bench
shit
minutes.
can happen in 4 years, bro. A lot of things can happen in 4 years.
I'm not going to get into my takes because that's what the TV actors do.
Why you look at me like that?
What? You don't think?
Why you look at me like
Hot take
that?
guy.
You don't think you're an actor?
Oh, 100% I play a character. 100% I play a character.
I don't know if you play a character. I think you play yourself. But your job is to go up there and be an actor.
Well played.
But I'm not going to get into the takes. I'm not going to get into the takes on whether Jaylen Brown was right or wrong in the situation or what I think he's feeling. But, you know, as a competitor, I'm not pissed about it because, you know, they just won the ring and I don't think that helps the chemistry. So
yeah, that's fair.
I mean? That's fair. I'm not pissed about
Here's
it.
Here's a great question. If you had 12 players to build a USA team, who would your 12? Who would Chet's 12 players be?
Of current players?
Current players. This year's players. Now, let's not go for
you
the
ask them to do a whole fucking roster?
No. Okay, let's
seriously.
Give me
hey, man, we got 30 or 45 minutes. I'm sitting here.
Give me 8.
10 of the minutes.
How about this? Give me 8. Give me the real rotation, right? I don't want to know the guys that
half
are there.
Half of them are there.
Huh?
I said half of them are there.
Yeah,
I just want to say.
I feel like they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, there we go. Right answer.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, really quickly, because I want to go back onto his actor statement.
Don't steal my segue.
Oh, he definitely said.
What was your going to be? I don't know what you were going to say.
He's going to steal it.
What?
Speaking of acting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. That's not it.
Okay.
Speaking of
She's
acting.
talking about my commercial.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I know
that was a great commercial.
When you did it, were y'all like, yo, we killed this.
You had no idea that it was going to be what it was.
I knew because so the year before I did a commercial with AT&T as well around March Madness. Like it was a little bit different, but I was supposed to be in a bit where they were supposed to be singing, and I was like, I'm not doing that. That's not true to who I am. Like I don't have a singing voice.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've never, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm not doing that. So they're like, okay, cool. Like we'll respect that. So I didn't do the bit at the end. And then this year, the whole script is just us singing, and Shay's already agreed to it. So I'm just like,
you gotta keep the mic there.
Sorry about that. Shay's already agreed to do it, so what am I supposed to do? So I'm like,
when the OG says it, then you just got.
So I just had to roll with it, and
he hit you.
Were you nervous? Like, what was the whole?
No, I wasn't really nervous, but like they gave Shay all the easy lines, and I'm over here like his lines are short, my lines are like a full sentence, and they're like back to back to back, and like so I'm sitting there, I'm fucking it up over and over and over, and I'm just like, my bad, Shay, like my bad.
Shay
but
as
I'm going through it, and I'm singing it, I'm like, this is gonna be like,
this ain't it, right? This ain't it.
No, like I think it turned out great. I just, I was the butt of a few jokes because of the commercial, but like it's in a good way though. Like I don't regret doing it. I think it was a great commercial with a great company, and it was great people running it. Hopefully I can come back next year.
That means that check was nice. That means that check was nice.
You're gonna be singing.
Like, people kept coming like, I'm tired of hearing this on TV, and
I'm fuck those.
I'm like, I've heard it too many times too, but
yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, you don't play
it's great.
I thought it was amazing.
If I can get my face on TV, I'm
see you learned it.
Yeah,
okay, see that's what me being an actor. But I wanna.
But I understand the whole game because I remember at the combine you came up to me before I even got drafted, and you're like, whatever we say. Don't take it personal,
and don't listen to it.
And I'm like, it took me a while, but then it was actually our coach who really made it like click. Like right before the playoffs, we're talking about the whole media machine and everything, and like not getting distracted with it, especially going into the playoffs. And then I realized and he literally called you guys actors.
Yeah,
and I was like, they are actors.
That's fair, but I want to get to me as an actor personally. I was not acting when I was campaigning, and my two co-hosts, when I was campaigning for Chet Holmgren for Rookie of the Year up until, I don't know, like March. Look at their faces.
No. You were,
we were getting in heated battles about, I thought that you were Rookie of the Year over Wemby, and this is why. I know the pressure that it comes with when you're on a team that is battling and competing for something every single night. To do that as a rookie in 82, my beliefs were if you would have been on the San Antonio Spurs, the numbers that you would have put up would have been equally as ridiculous. And this is not to disrespect Wemby, dude's at next level. But I just thought when I compared the numbers and I looked at like, if you get in foul trouble, if you miss 2 rotations, that affects your team. There was another rookie. Wemby was never in that space. So as an actor, I just want to let you know that I was not acting when I was campaigning for you as Rookie of the Year. Do you believe you should have been Rookie of the Year?
Well, I appreciate the support from you, my brother. I mean, that's just such a difficult, loaded question. I mean, to sit here and say if this, if that, talk about situations. Like, yes, our situations were different. You know, you can, like polar opposites. I mean, you can come up with 50 pros and cons for each of us on like things outside of statistics, just like completely random things from who's on our team, what we're playing for, what amount of attention is placed on us. Like, you could come up with a million different things for each of us as to try and skew decisions. But like, at the end of the day, what is the criteria? This is my thing with all NBA awards. Like, what is the criteria? It's hard to, all in the eye of the beholder. So it's like, what Richard Jefferson believes is different than what Channing Frye believes.
Yeah, but mine matters.
It's just
Channing's
all right.
Well, my question is this.
But it just comes down to who has more voters that believe in their side of the criteria, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't think like Wemby was unfair in winning Rookie of the Year or anything.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, all credit to him for, you know, a great season and everything. And, you know, we're not rookies anymore. So, like, you know.
I mean, you didn't play your next game, though.
You what?
I played more than 82, though. So that's the rule on our team.
Wait,
we play more than 82.
Wait, is that still a...
Most of y'all don't get the chance, though, because most rookies don't get into the playoffs. So you can't play more than 82. Yeah. So, you know.
I get it. As a rookie that went to the NBA Finals, like, I get it.
Oh,
my first 2 years. As my first 2 years.
Poor
like,
guy
look, as my first 2 years going to the
him.
NBA Finals, like, I get it. That's why I was putting so much stock
Chet,
into
this
it.
is when you look at Rich and you're like, everyone has a scrapbook. Everyone has a scrapbook. We get it. We get
He's going down memory lane.
He doesn't
right
even remember.
now.
He wasn't born yet.
Even the guy that was with you at that time is rolling his eyes over there.
Dude, he wasn't born yet, so I get it. It's fine. We went to the finals in 2001.
My thing is this: is like
and lost
all the hype that Wemby came up with, right? That came into the league with. Do you ever think like, holy shit, I'm going to be connected to him? Like, the NBA loves Trey and Luka. You have
Magic and Bird,
right? Yeah. And like, to put you two together on completely different polar opposites. You guys both have the same, I think, skill set. I think you're on a team that's trying to win a chip. He's on a team trying to figure things out. Like, does that ever, I don't want to say motivate you, but do you ever look and go, damn, that's kind of like, we doing something. Like, we're every year, so every time you guys match up, for somebody working at NBA TV and next to the TNT people, everyone circled those games. Because everyone is kind of cut in half.
I mean, you want to play against really good players, so obviously, like, those are the most exciting types of games, not only for you guys to watch, but like for us to play, you know. But I mean, I wouldn't tie so much up into trying to make it more than it is, you know. He's a great player.
Oh, we are though.
Yeah, and that's what your job. You guys are acting like it's bigger than it is.
There you go.
You should want us to do that, because you're going to get more people to watch it, and people become polarized.
That's why.
You just
as long as he doesn't say anything about my mother or my sisters or my family,
right?
He can say whatever he wants, because at the end of the day, all it's gonna do is bring more bread to the NBA, and that makes our contracts bigger. So,
that's and
that's why I understand. Like, that's
why
I don't take it personal, because like at the end of the day, he's talking shit, but I'm winning because of it. So like, I just.
What did I talk shit?
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying
you probably did talk some shit.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm me or if I'm LeBron. It doesn't matter
fuck that,
who I am. If I'm in the NBA and somebody's talking shit,
I'm unfollow you. He might unfollow you.
Can you take us inside the Oklahoma City Thunder? Like, why were you made the point about coach talking about the outside noise, right? But when you think about it, you had a guy who was in the running for MVP, Rookie of the Year on the same team, a team that didn't even get to the postseason last year. You're the number 1 seed, and you got the Coach of the Year. Why? Like, why were you guys
Executive of the Year?
Executive of the Year. Thank you.
We got 42 picks.
We don't talk about the Executive of the Year.
I mean, again, we go back to criteria. If we go to the statistics,
relax over there.
I think it's hard to argue against Executive of the Year if you go.
No. Dude, we are totally kidding. Yeah, he killed. Like, y'all's team.
I know.
Hey, Brad Stevens is a wizard in his own right, and he did some things over there in
Boston.
Boston, but like.
How old is he?
He was coaching when a lot of these dudes got onto the team. Like, it's not like he had a say in them.
He didn't build all.
My thing is this:
he should cut the trophy in half and give half of it to Danny Ainge, in my opinion.
Respectfully,
Brad Stevens, I love you.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree, right?
I'm not going to.
He laid it down.
Yes. I
want to know. What were you
I didn't say no. Chad will say some slick shit. No, but okay. But your team, again, there was you guys doing interviews together. Like there was, again,
that was awesome, by the way.
Look, we were fortunate enough to win a championship in 2016. Part of that was how close our group was. We are still that close. The groups that we have, group chat, text chain, we're always, is that group as close as it seems on television? Because it looks like 1,000% authentic.
Yeah, I definitely say it's as close as you're gonna get in the NBA. Just because in the NBA there's like hierarchies between vets and then the new dudes who come in, like they don't really mesh the same because they don't kind of connect on the same level. They haven't shared the same experiences, but like we're all like in this together. Like my first day on the job isn't that far removed from most of these dudes' first day on the job. Like
they all
we're all young, so we're all kids figuring it out together, really. So
was there a moment where you guys, like, I've been on a bunch of really shitty, bad
really
young
shit.
teams.
You've been on a bunch of shitty
bad
teams.
young teams where
like
none
really
of the young
fucking
guys
bad teams
wanted to like sacrifice for each other, but you guys sacrifice for each other all the time. Like everyone gets a seat at the table, and that's rare. So was there like a training camp time where like the second unit versus first unit, y'all were going crazy? And then all of a sudden you were like, damn, we're kind of nice. Like,
I mean, there's a few things there. First of all, I give a lot of credit to Coach because he understands, and he said this from day one to me. He even said, I'm sure he says it to everybody else too. Like, he understands that all of us have individual goals for our careers as a person, as, you know, we have our own individual things. His job is not only do the X's and O's, but figure out how we can fit our personal ambitions into the team. And if he doesn't trust that you can do that with him, then you're probably, one, not going to get there in the first place with the Thunder because they don't bring in anybody who's not on board from the jump, who's not a good person. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to the Thunder if, you know, you're not doing it the right way. And then if you're not doing that, they're probably just going to get you out of there. So, you know, everybody comes in understanding, like, I'm going to buy in. And, you know, the organization has a track record of showing that they're going to do the best by you. You know, obviously it's still a business, but even if, you know, your future isn't in Oklahoma City, they're going to try and figure out how to make sure that your future is successful. Obviously, depending, you got to make the most out of it yourself.
Yeah, but you look at like
they're
Chris
not,
Paul
they're not going to ship you off to the
moratorium.
Purgatory.
Yeah.
Shanghai Sharks.
Oh, come
big
on,
old
brother.
words.
There's nothing wrong with the Sharks.
No, man. Noah Vonleh, man. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah. Don't go to Shanghai Sharks.
Free Noah.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I had a second part. I had a second part to his. I'm trying not to forget it.
Go.
But back to your moment where you're like, when we realized we were nice, it wasn't even so much that. I just realized like we were gonna figure it out because in the middle of training camp we had to like have a film session and Coach was just like, Chet hasn't played a single game and he's sitting here barking at the refs, getting on their ass, and K Rich is getting texts. It's preseason. We haven't played a single game, and we're just out there just fucking
wilding
off the walls, like, you know. And like it just made me realize like kind of how competitive we were, and like we were out there kind of playing like we haven't played a game yet. We haven't done shit. So like, you know, but like Coach kind of channeled us back in and got us on the right path because you can go the wrong direction with the barking at the ref stuff. And we didn't have any of that. Like our team gets all the compliments, you know, from
the referees, you have to work them. You can't berate them. You can't attack them.
You got to. They're
thank
human.
you.
They're human, yeah.
Well, if they don't know your game and you're doing this move, they're like, brother, that ain't you. That's not on film. We're not getting that shit.
That's why so many rookies are like, the refs don't give you shit. It's like, you're just out there doing bullshit. Like the refs aren't going to be the ones. The refs aren't going to be the ones to save you, and they're not going to be the ones like they don't want to. Like there's the game with where Pat Bev pulls out the camera at the end because he's like showing them the foul. It's like they don't want that to be them. They want to get the call right, especially at the end of the game. But like
that
was
an iconic moment, by the way.
That was a lot.
First, I've not seen that in all my years.
You have to prove over time too, especially coming into the league, what you can do and what you're good at. And then once you prove that, these refs watch film too. They if they get it wrong, they're going to try and get it right the next time. So if you're doing something and it's like you do this move and you get fouled, but they didn't call it, our team is sending clips to the NBA. The refs are going back and watching these games. So the next time you do that same move, you're gonna probably get that foul call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you gotta figure that out.
You gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
Who do you look up to? Who's in your ear? Who are you taking?
Not many people. I'm too tall, you know. So
that was a good joke.
Well played.
That's a damn joke.
but
yes, dude, that's a good one.
I mean,
steal that one
because I don't really. You come across like you have been around forever.
Very seasoned.
Dude, you don't see the videos. This guy's with KD and them. I feel like you're a KDite. Like you're just a hooper who just wants to hoop and get better all the time. And you're like,
I mean, at this point in my life, kind of similar to what Kev's got going on. Like this is what I do. This is what I got. You know, like the hoop stuff. Obviously, I got like I'm super close to my family and friends and stuff too. But like they got their own stuff going on. I got my stuff going on. Like I gotta get this shit right. So,
you gotta get it right. You know. Can I tell you? Can I tell you when I became a really big fan of Chet? Chet's never texted me ever. We exchanged numbers at the draft.
This is because it made you.
He said, "No, wait. I got it. This is the text." So I say, because
losing team.
Yes, take this, my guy. You never sent me a text. Well, let me explain. Let me set it up for the people at home. Let me set it up for the people at home. So I say, make a statement. The fucking whole internet decides to kill me because then I realize, like, oh shit, you guys have never been in a 7-game series. And Chet sends me a text and he's like, I know what you're saying. The team that loses has an opportunity to go and make the adjustment, and the team that won, they don't get to see those adjustments until they're in game.
They just try to do the same thing,
and I'm just like,
and win the game.
This young man, he sent me like randomly. He's like, I know what you're
saying.
That's wild.
I was like, that you caught that on that quick is wild.
Yeah, that's
it took me 2 playoff series before I was like, oh shit, okay, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of caught that in college.
Damn,
because like. St. Mary's is like the Gonzaga rival.
Don't you do it.
Come on, man.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that to Gonzaga.
You need your mic.
We went to Arizona.
You talking to some West Coast.
You got to give yourself
like St. Mary's, bro. Like,
come on, brother.
No. Conference rival?
Conference? Yeah. I would never say Oregon State is Arizona's rival. That's what like
they're so
we're
below
putting
you. I'm basically saying they're so
Okay.
They're so
we
below.
They pester you.
What you want me to say? UCLA?
No.
When was the last time we lost to UCLA? We've lost to
when you say St. Mary's as a reference point, I was like,
as a reference point for when I understood the losing team has the advantage because they make the adjustments and you just try to come in and do the same shit. That's exactly what happened when we played them when I was in college.
So you played them once?
We played them once, smacked the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to St. Mary's. Obviously, it's different on the road too, but they played a completely different game, and we tried to do the same shit, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, and that's really from playoffs, game to game. Like that is a good point. Like in college, you learn that. That's one of the reasons why when we talk about players staying in the league or staying in college like multiple years, you learn those things in college. They're now teaching younger players this. You get to the league, you're a young player, you had that experience. But yeah, I don't think people understood, and I want you to like the mental roller coaster that you go on in the postseason is
it's a lot.
Dude,
as a person that's lost in 4 NBA finals.
Damn.
Like, actually, it's 3. Actually, I've lost in 3.
Well, he's won one too.
He only won. I'm 50%. Richard failed that
But I'm saying people don't understand the emotional roller coaster from game to game, series to series. Will you just talk about that first experience in your rookie year?
Yeah, it's a lot. First series felt good because like we were just winning every game. So
yeah, you can say you swept their ass.
It's fine. It's gonna be a different team next year.
But
swept their ass.
No,
we'll
get them up out of there.
It would like we like I would turn on the first quarter and then turn it off. Like, they got it.
Get them up out of there. They didn't want to be there.
I'll leave the acting to the actors.
Okay, there you go.
That's fine.
This guy still has to play basketball. You guys are
Yeah, I gotta play these dudes while you sit here and drink your shit on the rocks.
First of all, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If these dudes watch this show and clip it and go, I'm gonna fuck Chet Holmgren up next year, then they're psychotic, and give them credit. Give them credit if
I'm
us
be really honest.
Shit
we could have done this interview.
It's not even about. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about Matt Tumbleson over there.
Okay, so that's fine. We got it. But we could have done this interview in the Pelicans locker room, and it wouldn't have changed.
Jesus, Richard.
Top 3 arenas that you think are like real hoopers arenas.
We're gonna revisit your playoff thing, by the way.
Okay. I love Golden State.
Okay.
We have a ball.
You weren't
in
at
there.
the old one.
Yeah, I never played in the old one.
Oracle was special.
Still smells like champagne.
You guys are insane.
Steph said that about Cleveland. So that's kind of like
it also still smells like that because that place shut down after you guys won. Okay, no one else.
Get him up out of there.
Okay, can we talk to Chet?
sorry. I'm an ad-lib king. Ad-lib. Here we go.
First, Golden State. No order. Top 3. I like Miami because it's just like empty. It's like no. Let me get to it.
No, we know what you mean. They come in late.
It is real. It is real.
And it's like,
it was crazy.
It's like a drunk, like.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
they're like real. First quarter.
It gets wild. Yeah.
Don't worry about that first quarter.
So like really, as the away team, you just got to build that lead in the first 3 quarters, and then it just stays quiet for the fourth. But I like Miami. I like Golden State, road arenas.
Yeah, road arenas. Obviously, not
and then
yours.
I like playing at the crib in Minnesota. Yeah. So.
Well, now they're good. Yeah, when they were bad,
I got a good win percentage in that gym. So.
You've been there 15 minutes.
What you mean?
I said you got a good winning percentage.
Yeah, well, he won state chips.
I mean, if you include high school, I'm like fucking 12-1 in there.
Is 2A the smallest or the highest?
It's in the middle. And I won 1 in 3A, so
okay. I'm just checking.
So we're both from Phoenix.
But like, it didn't fucking matter if we were in the biggest. We would have scraped the pavement with the other team too.
So he was in 5A. We're both from Phoenix. He was in 5A, which is the highest division. I was in 4A. And so we talk shit about championships, but he wasn't even the best player on his high school team.
That's funny because I was Gatorade Player of the Year, so obviously I must have did something nice.
He wasn't the best player. Anyways,
politics. Right.
I want to get back into it because the playoff emotions, I don't think people fully understand how like you can be on the biggest high and the big, like literally a depression level low.
Man, you win a game. And you're like, oh, we're going to the NBA Finals. This is second round. And then you lose a game and you're like, fuck, should I start playing for Cancun? And then you win another game and you're like, oh, we're going back to the finals. And then you lose a game and it's like,
it's the best.
Our last plane trip home for the rest of the summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
it's the
all
best.
All over the place. But it is the best. Every time you think about it, you'd be like, damn, would I rather just be chilling? And then you're like, nah. Because you think about it too. You think about it, it's like, damn. X, Y, and Z team are
at home, vacation,
chilling. I'm still showing up early to get treatment and shit,
and stressing,
going to sleep early, and you know what I mean. So, but it's all worth it. Like at the end of the day, all the legends that you talk about, you're not fucking talking about Game 7 of the regular season. You're talking about what they did in
Was there anything that you learned?
Games.
Was there anything that you learned that was surprising?
What I learned is how important the regular season is because it's the building blocks for what you're going to do in the playoffs. You're not only working to get better at things, but you're working to establish things because you're not, unless some shit's all fucked up and you're down 0-3, you're not just going to start pulling random shit out of the hat to do in the game as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like you're establishing what works for us, what's effective, and what we have confidence in for the first 82 games of the season, and then you know what you have in your bag when you get to the playoffs. And then there's going to be small adjustments that you make, like you might guard this person a little different, you might switch up this coverage a little different here, but like for the most part, like what you're trying to do on offense is what you've been doing for 82 games. You're not rewriting the whole book in a day and a half between games. So like that's the biggest thing. Like everybody's like regular season doesn't mean shit. Like
it do.
People who say that don't really win championships. You know what I mean? So
a regular season because then your bench gets a rhythm and their plays.
Yeah.
And then like, we made an adjustment. Richard in the finals made an adjustment. Richard goes in the starting lineup. But we had done that during the regular season when guys got hurt.
And you also have to understand how long the regular season is too. Like you don't want to be in game 24 trying to play through something and then you miss 2 months instead of 2 weeks.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you have to understand how long it is and pace yourself too. But fuck that. And I played every game.
As a person that respects that, the 82 game, like again, you want to be healthy. 95, excuse me.
Some of them were like half games.
It don't matter if you beating the junk out of somebody.
We beat some people by 60. Some of them were preseason. We didn't lose by 60, but like
it happens. It happens.
Some of them didn't count, but like just the process of waking up and preparing for the game
every day
is more than the game. So it's like if I play half the game, it's like I'm still worn the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
like mentally. Just
yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. The film, the 2 hours of shooting at shoot around, the pregame warm up, like you're mentally,
and you're still 22, dude. Like
you only got like 15,
so young.
17, 18
more
years.
22, and you already got NBA experience and knowledge. And like
I'm scared to see what it's like when you old folks are talking about. Like,
damn.
Oh, bro, let me say,
yeah. I'm gonna tell you this: you better be
how many years you play? How many years you play?
only got so many hours.
How
on
many
that
years
court.
you play?
14.
And I played 17, bro.
Congratulations.
When you get old, bro.
I'm scared to see what like you guys always talk about. Oh, my knees.
No. We
this
do that,
and that.
but it's not.
And it's like damn. Like I feel good. Like I go get on the court.
You don't even
jog down
and
I jog down and back 2 or 3 times. Like obviously it's different now that I have the appreciation of what it's like to be hurt. I understand how to prepare for, workouts and games and stuff a whole lot better. Like I did before, but now it's like I'm not going through that shit again. So like really lock in. But I could jog down and back and be ready to go full speed right away. I don't know. No. I'm scared to see what it's like to be like, get out there. It takes 15 minutes.
You see Bron? You see how Bron? You see what people talk about Bron?
I've seen him warm up. Like the
2 hours.
The pro-am I got hurt at, I was in the downstairs gym just shooting around. And he was like in the corner doing a warm up for like an hour straight, like
just to get on the court.
Yeah, and nobody bothered him or broke his concentration. He was over there doing his.
You talking
shit.
about Bron?
Yeah, his like warm up.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's psycho.
He's got
every fucking day.
Yeah,
like no day where you go into a gym unless it is like a full blackout day, which he's going to be in there anyways. Is he not in there doing his weird ass stretches, doing his little ankle thing? He has one dude, Mike, that talks to him.
Yeah.
That is like, what about I forgot the other trainer he had.
Oh, he's gone now, but Mike
doing these little twisties, doing his weird squat. And you're like, every day, dog? Damn.
Let me say this. It was the year after we won. We go into training camp, or maybe it was after 17. We go into training camp. Do you know the Versa Climber? And they have like classes and shit for that.
Man, fuck that thing. So, I had to be on that thing when I was hurt.
It's the worst.
Between that and the fucking Peloton and
yeah. So we're getting.
They had me in the pool, military style, doing
just working
hands behind my back, doing crazy shit like swimming with no hands. Med balls in the pool. It was
the worst. So San Antonio is really bad. San Antonio is really big. They want to make rehab, and not bad, but they push you so hard that you're like, fuck this. I want to get on the court. If you sprain a pinky with San Antonio, they will push. They will in a good way. They'll work you to get there.
It makes sense because otherwise you get to game 56 of the season and not everybody's mentally that strong, and it's like it's real easy to twist my ankle right now and just chill for
take
2 weeks.
10 days and I'm in a contract year and I want to be
I kind of like either I've been with the Thunder, either I've been out or I've been playing, so like I haven't really experienced it myself, but I've seen it like with like small injuries, like week-long injuries, 2-week injuries, like they got these dudes doing all types of shit, and it's just like I'd rather play Tibbs style minutes than do that shit.
Yeah, I'd rather play 48 minutes in a game than do 2 hours of rehab for 4 days.
2 hours of rehab, get on the table, then you got to get on court, and then like you know what I'm saying?
All to not play. No, I've always known Bron was a psycho, but when you talk about being like older, that's what it is. When you see him, he's that dude.
It's worked for him. So,
but he hit me up in training camp. We were in training camp, right? First day of training camp. So we all get there, it's first day, everyone, a bunch of old guys. And I'm like, oh, Bron, man, what'd you do? He's like, man, I got up at 6 a.m. I did a Versa Climber class. And I'm like, before day one of the training camp, like the dude is next level. So if you want the blueprint for how to feel good at 38, 39.
but everybody's body is different. Like if I tried to
do a Versa Climber class,
if I tried to do a Versa Climber class before training camp, get my lift in, go out there, do training camp, and then still get my shots in either before or after, I'd be 120 pounds by the end of training camp. Like I would just drop weight so quick. Like everybody's body is different.
Yes.
You have to figure out how to maximize what God gave you. And that's different for everybody. LeBron's plan would not work for me. My plan would not work for LeBron.
Or me.
You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen it work for anybody. Hey, because I remember
like,
there were a couple of vets that were like, "Oh, you're doing a versus climber class? Me too." They did it twice and said, "Nah,
I'm
that's it.
good, dog.
I'm good."
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. LeBron was doing that versus climber class for 5 years leading up to that, so that's just nothing to him now.
Yeah.
The vets tried to jump in and got all fucked up.
Yeah.
all fucked up.
Because
Dudes
they
were
weren't ready for that.
Braun's just still the fastest dude doing 3-man weave.
I think the thing with him is more of the biomechanics. I think that is big for any player in body mechanics, like your core strength, like making sure your back is strong.
And moving right, like a lot of people don't move right.
Yeah. Back, when your core's not strong, your back goes out. When your back goes out, your knees go out. It's all that shit's connected.
The last 10 years.
I mean, that's what
Mike's book.
That's what happened with like my surgery. Like when I was hurt, the biggest issue coming back wasn't even my foot. My foot felt fine. Like it didn't hurt at all. What would happen is like my legs like not deteriorated, but
atrophy.
Atrophy.
Yeah.
So like I get out there now, I'm getting shin splints.
Oh.
And then those fucking suck.
They suck.
Yeah.
And then you know, I'm getting back out there. My body's not used to it anymore. My back's tight now, and then because of that, my hamstrings are tight. And then like it's just like a chain of things. And that's the hardest part about rehab is like catching up to everything and trying to get your body caught back up. Because like I was on a fucking scooter for 3 months.
Damn.
So like
That's
trying
a
to go
big
from
ass scooter.
Let's get some good questions in.
There we go.
I have two for you. You mentioned Tibbs. We'll start there. Your new teammates, Isaiah and Alex Caruso. How excited are you to have them when you talk about the personnel and the system?
I'm extremely excited. Both very good players with great skill sets, and I think both have skill sets that complement other skill sets that we have. And we have skill sets that complement what they do too. So I think it's great fits all around. And I feel like, the addition of them opens up more to what we can do. Obviously what we did last year worked. So like, I don't expect us to like try and rewrite the whole book, this year, but, you're always searching to push for your ceiling. So just continue to do what we did, and just say, this is what we're going to do for the next 5 years or however long, we have together. I don't think that's the best way to strive for our ceiling. So, and our organization is always best. I don't want to speak for Sam or Coach.
I'll speak
this
for
is
him.
not coming from
I'll
either
speak,
of them.
I'll speak
this
for
is just what I see in the values of the organization. Like we're not ever married to one thing, and we're always, looking for the best kind of possible outcome for like who we can kind of become, and always kind of reach for that. And I feel like those moves are kind of, examples of that, I guess. Obviously it hurts losing Gid, everybody on the team rocked with him. And he's a great player in his own right. But he's going to have a hell of a career over in Chicago too. And, I'm definitely excited for the season coming up.
That was the one thing, and I'll say it. I'll say it. I was hypercritical of Sam Presti. No, I'm just kidding. No. Literally, he's a stud, absolute stud. One of the smartest men in all of sports, not just basketball. I just thought that you guys had proven over a long enough period that you guys were true contenders. And I was like, you have all of these picks. I'm not saying this is just, I'm just telling you what my thoughts were. All of these picks and all of these assets, and you guys had a badass team. You're the number one seed. But there were things that you were lacking. And he addressed them in the offseason. Caruso is a legend. You're going to fucking love him. Like Hartenstein, like you see the way the Nova Knicks are talking, like they're sad that their boy is gone.
Yeah.
Me personally, I was just like, this team could win a championship this year, right? And I know you guys were ahead of the table, how well you played, and Shea and all the guys. And I was just like, Sam, you have so many assets. Go get him like a center, especially with Jokic and all of the guys out there, because that's who the thing is. But Sam is a legend. I'm not criticizing Sam, but I am watching. He's doing all of those things now.
There's a reason that everybody looks at what he's doing and is like, wildly impressed. And you are too.
Yeah, 100%.
I think everybody.
So I would just say,
let him cook.
Sit the fuck down.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let him cook. I let him cook.
That motherfucker is on a different.
Yeah,
level.
He's on a different.
He's
level.
on a different level of like consciousness. When you talk to him, he's just like.
That's why I'm saying
you only know if you have a conversation with him, but when you do, it's just like this motherfucker is so like he's ahead of where I am. Like I'm just like I don't even think or worry about what he's doing. I'm like he's gonna get this shit right.
Yeah.
Let me get my shit right. You know what I'm saying? I got a long ways to go.
Right there.
Let me sit the fuck down and get my shit right.
This dude is 32 years old. He's like
making you look like you're 22.
I am. I've always been called that, even when. Yes.
We are going to wrap this up. We've had so much fun having you, Chet. But I do want to end with congratulations. Isn't your first basketball camp towards the end of this month? Are you hosting?
Yeah. Yep. Hosting a camp in Oklahoma City. Well, Norman. But like it's kind of the same thing. It's a little bit of a drive.
Suburb. Oklahoma City,
a little suburb.
Just the only city everyone knows.
In Oklahoma City, basically. Hosting at the towards the end of the month, and I'm excited to see the next generation of hoopers. I love the game, and so many people put so many things in place for me to be able to kind of take the steps to get here. So I feel like it's my job to kind of give back to the game, especially when the game's given so much to me. So. I feel like that's one of my opportunities to do that. Go hang out with some of the kiddos in the community for a couple hours and try and teach them a couple moves. Maybe they'll teach me a couple moves. Who knows? And
like you taught Steph.
Is it still open or is it closed?
What registration?
Registration
should still be open. So
sign up, people.
Yeah, go sign up.
Sign up. Yeah. I will say this: I will offer my services for anything that you need. Anything,
right,
anything. What? I'm saying my services. Like, you want me to come in and speak to the kids, bro?
No, hell no.
I can't speak to the kids.
Just say that then.
And on that note, it's another edition of Road
I appreciate y'all having
You're amazing.